Hey people, Sab here with another one of those semi-scripted rambling videos. If it sounds like that I am struggling to talk and that I'm in excruciating pain, that is because I am. So rather than wasting your time and my time, I'm just gonna get to the point. DE made a bit of a stinky that myself was pretty annoyed with at the start of the recent update, but didn't think too much of it. But as I played more of the current update, Citrine's Last Wish, the more that stinky sort of bored into my head and kind of put me in a stinky mood. I don't want to be stinky, but here we are. Relic packs and Kuva from Teshin's Steel Path shop were hard capped with a weekly limit, that being of 25 bundles. This may not matter much to a bunch of people because as someone who has most of the previous content ironed out, formatted, completed, the time that I'm not spending in other games is in Warframe prepping for the next update. It's great to hoard your essences for relic packs for that new shiny prime, but let's face it, running Yuko, Hepit, and Apollo for 16 hours is kind of garbage. No one wants to do that. So passively earning steel essence as incentive for running what our current version of endgame is, in air quotes, endgame, to flex our builds is now disincentivized. Same goes for Kuva. We have other ways of getting Kuva, such as Arby's and Siphons, but it seems like DE is pushing hard towards making that a farm more for weeklies, mainly with the introduction of people like Paladino and Yanta selling them on a weekly timer. At first, these changes did not bug me, but after playing through more of Citrine's Last Wish and the Mirror Defense, it's fucking obvious to see that player retention is a big baddie in the room right now. Warframe's numbers are dipping back to pre-Plains of Eidolon player counts. The bell curve of Warframe peaked in 2018. Let's be clear. Every game has its bell curve peak, and Warframe's is long gone. So the best thing to do as a company, after already exhausting massive advertising campaigns and spreading yourself so thin, is to hold on to that current player base and maybe entice some of the older players back. Player retention is important for free-to-play titles, and forcing you to come back each week keeps their numbers up, but Citrine is taking it a little bit too far. Along with the Relic Pack and Kuva Nerf Mirror Defense mode, oh my god, this is what really stunk it up for me and made me realize how bad it's starting to get. Mirror Defense is the best defense game mode we have mechanically. AI getting stuck in corners and awkwardly hobbling to the center of the point doesn't really matter because it's on a timer, but that timer also is its biggest detriment. 30 minutes for a rotation C. 10 minutes longer than your average survivals. That means 10 minutes adds up on your farm over time, and when your farm has a drop pool so diluted and your rewards being around a 4% drop on rotation C, you start to see the problem. After 10 hours of farming this game mode over about 3-4 days, I've acquired 2 citrine parts, and that seems to be within odds. Now, you could spend the crystalline currency that you get in Otak's shop, but it's acquired slow enough that even on Steel Path you're looking at around an hour and 15 minutes per part. And with 13 parts, and not to mention 4 arcanes needing 20 arcanes per max, yeah, with lower drop rates and being 10 minutes lower than the recently released Conjunction Survival, I cannot recommend running Mirror Defense unless you have all the time to spare or really love Tile Regor's sexy voice. This loops back into the Kuva and Steel Essence. They want you to waste time. They want you coming back. Even though us already on that Teshin copium aren't leaving anytime soon, we obviously have an end goal in mind. We're hoarding that shit for a fucking reason. It's not DE's place to say, oh well, we don't want you doing the entire update in 1 week. And to that I say, if you think that the brunt of the update is a chore busy work simulator to get 2 new weapons in 1 frame, that you intend for us to take longer than 1 week to farm, your update has failed. Your update has failed. Citrine is such a fucking amazing Warframe, and the Chlorophyll has so much style to it. It's such a cool weapon. But if that's your entire update with nothing substantially evergreen, as a matter of fact, what was evergreen, the relic packs in Kuva, are now gone. You have removed substance and evergreen rewards from us. You have taken away the one thing that keeps Steel Path honors evergreen. And with that, this stink has just left Warframe smelling a little bit stinkier and me mildly annoyed. Anyway, with my health problems finally wrapping up, God, I have like 3 fucking videos I need to do. Jesus Christ. Pray for me.